It's the CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves Coaches Show on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head over to ThunderZone Pizza and Tap with your hosts Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi, joined by Thunderwolves head coach Philip Vigil.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. It is the Phil Vigil Show, brought to you by Rustler Implements, your local premier Kubota Case International Harvester New Holland dealer. Please like their Facebook page for a chance to win 2 $100 Visa gift cards and receive updates and promotions all in the same place. Same name, same family since 1960. Welcome, everybody, to the show here tonight. Joe, we've already got our food on hand. It's good stuff.
You know, we got some special guests in the house. I'd like to say it's Chance, but it's my mother, Carol Cervi, and my second mother, Susan McCarthy, are joining us tonight. This is Coach Vigil. This is Chance Fuller. And this is Jim. Everybody wave to my mom. She's the reason why I'm here.
Literally.
So, Coach, blame her.
Well, it's nice to be back at the Phil Vigil Show here at ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House after a victory, after a sound, convincing victory. Feel like, it's got to be a weight off your shoulders there.
I was just happy the guys played the way that they did. You know, we challenged them before the game that we're going to see. I literally told them, I said, we're going to see how much you love each other today, because I want to see. You know, it ain't about anybody else but us, and it's about not letting the guy down next to you. And boy, did they! They came out and played.
Well, you know, the game started off, and Joe and I Joe does the keys to the game, and we thought Fort Lewis, the key for them, come out, kind of establish a little ball control, try to shorten the game. And, you know, the first 8 or 9 plays, they were doing exactly what they needed to do to be competitive in the ball game. You guys caught a little break when they dropped the 4th down pass, and you guys took off from there.
Well, twofold. They caught a break on the 3rd play of the game when we got called offsides and sacked them for a scoop and score. But defense did what they needed to do. You know, we got them off the field and got them off the field on 4th down. And offense, 3 plays later, we're in the end zone. So,
well, it turned into Oprah's book club. You get a touchdown. 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 How many did you throw for? Can you say it again?
5.
5 touchdowns he threw for. And there were guys catching touchdowns and rushing for touchdowns that I didn't think we'd ever call their names this year. That's how far down we got. And you got to love that everybody who played produced.
I was giving Adrian Soto a little bit of trouble after the game. I said, how are you the only running back that we traveled that didn't score a touchdown? He said, I was asking myself the same thing.
He probably said, you didn't give me the rock.
Oh, no, that's not the case.
See, that's what I would have said. But
just wasn't at the right time.
I guess
the
so.
Right, spot circumstance for him to score. Well, Chance, you got it started right away in this ball game, hitting the 3rd play of the game. 3rd down and 11, a lot of adversity. You're thinking, oh, no, we're not going to go 3 and out again, but you went right over the top.
Yeah, we had a freeze play. They jumped off sides. I just saw Reggie going, just gave him a shot, and he did the rest. O-line did a great job, so it was pretty easy for me. Just give him a shot.
Well, he was pretty efficient in that first quarter. 3 catches, 3 touchdowns. That's not bad work.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I'll throw him if he scores every time, he'll get the ball every time. So. That's awesome.
Well, the offense clicked, but really the defense, Phil, after that first series, after they moved it down the field a little bit, I mean, just smothering defense on.
Yeah, it was awesome to see. Again, putting pressure on the quarterbacks, defensive line doing their job, pressing the pocket, not giving the quarterback anywhere to escape, and really outside of one play on Saturday, defense did spectacular. Coach Foskey was so upset
about not getting the shutout.
Oh my!
I mean, you can look at a game going 85-7, and he's disappointed.
Oh yeah, you can. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but he's walking down. The guy's running down the sideline, and he's walking down, and he takes his headset off, and I told him as he was walking away, I said, "Cade, do you hear that? You hear that crowd going crazy?" And he ripped his headset off. So he didn't like that too much, but I was just giving him a little hard time. But I thought the defense played fantastic, and it was great to see.
Well, you get another chance this week maybe to pitch a shutout. It is postseason time in baseball. Shutouts are rare, but we'd like to get one.
Yeah, it'd be great. I'd love to get a shutout. Adams is a good football team. They've done a really good job. They're 3-2 right now. We're going to have our work cut out for us. We got to do our job.
Well, they're coming off a victory as well. So, they played an impressive ball game on set. A lot of delays, a lot of adversity in their ball game. I think we were rolling through Alamosa. The game still wasn't over yet. They were down in Las Vegas, of course, playing. But that had to be the longest weather delay in the history of weather delays.
I think total it was like 6 hours and 13 minutes or something like that. And so I was kind of preparing our guys for that, because I looked on the weather and, supposed to be thunderstorm.
Oh, my Lord. You too? That's all I heard for 3 quarters is, well, the clouds are rolling in. It's going to be a lightning delay. I'm like, it's 80-0. Can we just get the last 3 minutes over and go home?
Well, it did start to rain as soon as the game ended.
As soon as the game ended,
Hail,
I was off
rain,
on my, if you guys had just thrown a few more passes and maybe had a couple more, it had come true.
Only because we have lived that before down there.
Yes, exactly.
So it's one of those things I did not want to relive.
I'm
sure Johnny and his staff and his players did not want to prolong that agony.
Yeah, I didn't either.
No.
I guess it might be the only place I've brought out the Doppler radar. I've had the phone.
Oh,
out
yeah. No,
said, well, Joe, I think
Tim's the weather. He's looking. Mine's different than his. I trust mine. He trusts his. I'm like, 5 minutes of game time left. Let's just get it done. And, what I saw from our vantage point was 65 guys having fun. I saw smiles. I saw guys hugging it out. I saw coaches high-fiving. I saw fun football. And after the last 4 games, just the stretch of just mind-numbing, gut-wrenching football, it just had to be fun just to breathe.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Doing your job equates to winning, and that's what everybody did. So just getting to see everybody out there making plays, it was just a lot of fun, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
Well, Chance, since we've got you on here the first segment, might as well find out your biography and tell us about yourself. How did you find your way here to CSU Pueblo? Tell us about the whole recruiting process.
Out of high school, I went
He
to
is
Fort
48 years old, by the way.
Yeah, he's getting his
little
PhD right now.
Out of high school, I went to Fort Hays. I played 6 years there. I loved it, loved the coaches. And then my senior year last year, I got hurt and had to get surgery. Didn't end the way I really wanted it to. My guys kind of left that I came in with, so I wasn't done playing football. I realized that at the end of last year, seeing everybody just getting ready to play the game, and I just couldn't help my team, and that hurt a lot. So just decided to go in the portal. I actually called Coach Vigil and let him know before he was even here. Kind of looked at my options. And then it really narrowed down to here, West Texas. And then I came on my visit here and just fell in love with the belief around here and just the standard and the tradition of Pac football. And Coach Brown, he really took me in, and he's really smart and he's made me a better quarterback. So
he's got to come out of his shell, doesn't he? Coach Brown. Yeah. He's got to find a little energy, don't you think?
Yeah, he's got some juice.
Talk about your relationship with him. He's a little different bird.
He is. He's very smart. He can see defenses really well. He can get our guys in good positions to make plays. And he's funny. He cracks me up, but he makes me better. And I just love being around him. Our quarterback group, we've got a good group of guys that work hard, and I think we make each other better in that group. We're always trying to find ways to improve. So I really like that group, and Coach Brown's the head of it.
Now, did Coach recruit you to Fort Hays?
Yeah, he didn't recruit me, but once I was there, he.
Chance,
Coach, you as Coach Ike recruited
full
me.
Disclosure.
Coach
Okay,
Ike recruited me.
Full disclosure. We like Chance.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, we liked him. He wasn't the top on our board. You're just being just being completely
and that's
honest.
Texas quarterback, right?
Yeah, I almost didn't come on my visit. I was like, I didn't really know what Hays, Kansas was. It was a long way away.
No one does.
Yeah, and so I just decided to go, and ended up paying off. Got to meet Coach Vigil, and he's maybe a better person, better quarterback, better guy all around.
That's Tiger pride right there.
So he comes up. We had our top quarterback coming in the following weekend, okay, and there Coach Brown, the head coach, he wants to try out everybody. So they had an indoor facility, and you get everybody in there, and I try to make it as high pressure situation as I possibly can. And so here comes 18-year-old Chance with longer hair than he has right now. We call him Sunshine, and I put him in the most high pressure situations. All right, 4th and 10, you got to make this throw, and he's with receivers he's never thrown with before, and every little thing he's just boom, balls coming out of his hand. And we walked off the field, and I told Coach Brown, I said, that's the guy right there. And sure enough, we were right, and he ended up, his first start for us at Fort Hays was against Northwest Missouri State
So
at
some
Northwest.
slouch.
No doubt.
Slouch program.
Yeah.
And we go in there and we beat them by 1 point and break, a 26-game home winning streak, and it was pretty special.
Well, and your name is, like, if you open the Fort Hays football record book in passing category, it's your name's everywhere. Are you trying to do that here too?
Oh yeah, that's the plan. I just want to do the best I can to help this team, and if that's throwing for as many yards as I can, that is. If it's handing the ball off, I'll do that. I just want to win.
How about running? That's what we want. We want you to run the ball. We want you to throw it out on the line and get hurt. That's kind of what we're doing.
That's not my forte.
He has negative rushing yards in his career.
I think from all the sacks, I'm at negative.
Now, how much of that is dictated by your coaching staff saying self-preservation, get down, take a sack?
Or are you just smart?
Or you just say, I don't want to get hit by them big guys?
I usually just try to get the ball in the other guys' hands. They're there for a reason. They make people miss, can break tackles. It's my job just to get it to them, and I try to avoid getting hit as much as I can, but I'll run if I need to.
Chance did run for like a 12-yard gain against Mines.
Yes.
He made one guy miss.
He did.
Yes.
And he got tackled so awkwardly. I was like, that's why he doesn't run right there. Yes.
Well, I had that 80s song in my head. More of this. That's what I wanted. Name the band. I can't name it.
I can't either.
I thought maybe you could. I thought maybe you could pull it out.
No,
there.
I was not from that snippet. I need more, Bob. I need more.
Okay, exactly.
When you had great competition with Stevie, to become the starter, and one of the intangibles that Coach Vigil and Coach Brown have told us that has set you apart is your decision making. Physical tools aside, it's what you got between the ears, and that your decision making is one of the strengths of a really good athletic game. Do you feel that way, and what do you think that you attribute that to?
I know that I'm not the most athletic, so just trying to get the ball into the guys' hands that are athletic when I need to, knowing what defenses are trying to do and trying to find the weak points in that, knowing what we're trying to do, and just set up our guys to make the best play possible, whether that's waiting for the next zone or getting it out early in man. Just let them make plays. But Steve, he made me a better quarterback. Our competition, I think we made each other better. I love Steve. He supports me no matter what. I got his back. I know he has mine. And so it's just been great to have Steve there just as just a guy, just to have right next to you, doing the same things, seeing the same stuff, just to talk to him and know what he's thinking, and we just help each other out.
If you covered up Chance's name in the stats from Saturday and just saw Stevie's go, quarterback had a pretty good game. He was 8-9, threw a touchdown, ran for a touchdown. He had a pretty good. Oh wait, so the other
Who's this other guy?
Stevie's a baller.
He is.
All right, we are at ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. We've figured out the mystery. It's because I have the lyric wrong. It's not more of this. It's more than this by Roxy Music.
Roxy Music,
Roxy
okay.
Music. There's your.
Now
80s.
that's before. Well, you were probably born, but not listening to that. You were definitely not born. Although you are one of the oldest. Are you the oldest player on the team?
I think I am now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you probably ought to start listening.
Are you older than Braley?
I'm not. No. The coaches are older than me. Thankfully.
If you're older than your position coach, we got a problem.
All right, ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. We got it's Pint Night. Great Divide Pint Night here. We have 4 different beers. Some are $3, some are $4. We have a Mexican lager, not to be confused with the Mexican radio.
Okay.
That's another 80s song for you. Pumpkin stout, salted caramel stout, and raspberry ale. So we got another cereal beer, raspberry ale. I put that on your Fruit Loops.
Might be good.
And this might be. We're having a guest here. They could actually. You could probably buy us.
It's season now.
Exactly. Well, it's of the earth. It's healthy.
When I was in college, I was pious.
That was always my excuse on the golf team.
Well, but it was golf.
Well, here's how. Now, I know your guys' practice don't go like, but when I was playing here at the then USC.
He's an athlete from here.
Now, our golf practices, we would practice and we'd all throw in like $5. Those days, that felt like 20, And at the end, there was 6 or 7 of us playing. Whoever won got all the money, but then all the money went into the training table, which was at Elmwood. We had a couple of Elmwood the barmaids.
So it was breakfast.
Yeah, so you threw it on the table, and that's how you started dinner.
There you go.
All right, but I'm sure we don't do that.
Started dinner.
We were golfers, though.
Yes.
I'm sure Josh Kosche's team. Well, they got a lot of.
They
got
all
that
the
English influence.
You know,
they've been drinking since they were
that's
15.
my favorite story. We played in the the pack deal, and our CSU player was Archie Wyatt, great kid from Scotland. He finally turns 19, and he's over there. You can drink in Scotland at 19. He comes here and he goes, "You got to be 21. You got to be kidding me."
They didn't tell him that on the recruiting
No, they
pitch.
didn't.
No.
And he's from Scotland.
Would have been a deal breaker.
Kid.
That would have been a deal breaker. All right, so you got the pint night, we got the food here, we got all the good stuff. We'll tell you all about the food when we come back after this timeout. We are at ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House, Phil Vigil Show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
It's the CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves Coaches Show on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head over to ThunderZone Pizza and Tap with your hosts Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi, joined by Thunderwolves head coach Philip Vigil.
All right, welcome back. ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House, Phil Vigil Show, brought to you by Rustler Implements, your local premier Kubota, Case International Harvester, and New Holland dealer. Please like their Facebook page for a chance to win 2 $100 Visa gift cards and receive updates on everything they do and all their promotions. They're the same name, same family since 1960, Pueblo and Rocky Ford locations. It is Pint Night here tonight at the ThunderZone. Great Divide is sponsoring Pint Night tonight. 4 different beers, $3 and $4. We've got a Mexican lager, a pumpkin stout, a salted caramel stout, and a raspberry ale for your drinking pleasure. Joe, tell us about the food.
Well, tonight we're a superstitious lot here in sports. So tonight we have the boneless teriyaki, the boneless mango habanero, the pizza that's sausage and pepperoni, because Phil Vigil is a pizza maven.
I do love pizza.
And then we got your naked
wings
with, and then we got the caprese crostinis. Now that's a my thing. And Howard Russell, he
didn't like it.
He didn't even try one last week. Now Chance Fuller's our guest tonight, quarterback, CSU Pueblo, record-setting, long-haired hippie. What did you think of the caprese?
They were pretty good. They surprised me for sure.
Okay, so it's better than it looks.
Better than it looks.
Better
yes.
than, just like me, I'm better than I look, man. Right?
Well, that remains to be
Just call
seen.
me Joey Caprese. What do you think?
Well, one thing we did find out on this trip, Joe has the great negotiation skills still intact, because Leadfoot over here to our right, Ben Greenberg, he
got you out of the ticket.
He got pulled over, and but it was the athletic director Paul Plinsky who was on the trip was saying, "Come on, we gotta go, let's go." No, not really. We're just seeing if Paul's listening to all that, but Ben could not get his way out of the ticket. Now I've driven with Joe on so many of these trips throughout history.
15 years worth.
And every year he gets pulled over, sometimes twice in a year, and he's only gotten one ticket outside of Silver City, New Mexico. He got pulled over on this trip because he went with his wife, talked his way out of another one, Joe. Talk about that.
I got pulled over by the Archuleta County Deputy Sheriff Chapman. Nice kid. He pulled me over. He said, you're going 75 into 65. And I said, yes, sir. Here's my ID and here's my registration and my proof of insurance. I was just coming off the passing lane, and he looked young. I probably was younger than you, but he ran my stuff. He said, I'm going to give you a warning. And I just went, yes! All except for, other than Officer Ortega.
Yeah.
I mean, one time.
I love that you know his name.
Her
name,
this
excuse me.
In New Mexico. Outside of, we were leaving Silver City. And she said, I can't give you a warning because that's our only form of revenue. That's what she told us.
Wow.
Yeah, so, but I got pulled over doing about 100 in Cheyenne, and that lady let me go.
That was the craziest
That
one.
was the one I thought I was dead to rights because I was flying. And she's like, you're going. I said, there's no speed limit in Wyoming. She goes, yes, sir, there is. I said, well, I didn't know. All right, well, you can have a warning.
Is that a thing? Like,
yeah, that's
it worked.
complete ignorance.
Then we got pulled over by, we were going through a small town in Kansas one time.
you think it's like the Autobahn
And
out
it
there,
was-
or what? I mean, what's going on?
We were in a town that's as big as this restaurant. It's like literally a block long. It was just a little town. And this guy pulled me over. I was doing 27 in a 20.
Oh,
I mean, I can walk 27 miles an hour. And I talked to this guy, and I said, are you, and it was, remember, dark and late.
We were on our way to
Alva, Oklahoma or someplace.
wherever.
We're like,
the worst stadium in the world.
so we told, I looked at this guy, and I was just like, all right, boys, you just better slow down. And he let me go. I was like, yes. So I'm probably just.
We just need to ride with you.
Yes, or
Yeah, exactly. Or
I'm gonna
Ben's got to get better negotiation skills.
Or I'm going to get 10
Come
of
on,
them now.
Ben.
Ben just gave in. He goes, all right,
Yeah,
take my money.
I got to plead my case at least.
No doubt.
You know, sometimes you've got as the kids they say, well, the guy's younger than you. You got to shoot your shot, right?
Got to go for it.
There
Have
you
to.
go.
Well,
Never know unless you try.
Ben got a little Facebook Live audience this week, too. You jumped in. You were on Facebook Live this week. You jumped in. We let you out of your cage. You got to say hi, and he went back. So get back in your cage right there. He's in charge of audio in the building. All right. Got the win over Fort Lewis. I know you don't map it out when you go into a game like that, Phil, but we already kind of touched on it. A lot of variety, a lot of different guys succeeded in this ball game. Now, I got one guy I have in mind. Now, I want to know the story here. This Ty Virgin character. Now, are we going to hide this guy after 3 games and maybe get 2 more years on the backside? What's the deal here? I mean, that guy's a stud.
Yeah, he played really well on Saturday. We all of our backs. We traveled 5, and 4 of the 5 got touchdowns on Saturday. And Ty, that one run that he had down to like the 2 was fantastic.
Physical kid.
Man, just ran right over that kid and almost scored it. We gave him the ball the next play and he scored it, but he did a really good job on Saturday, and he's a great athlete. He's a transfer here actually from Azusa Pacific, and he's one that Coach Riston recruited here, and he started out as safety and then moved to tailback this spring, and just kind of getting his feet wet a little bit, but he's doing a good job.
Well, that was fun just watching him just pancake a guy.
Oh,
Usually
it was
you don't
awesome.
see a back do that, and then show the speed. I mean,
No
it
doubt.
was a great combination.
He's a great athlete. He really is. He's a great athlete, and you know.
What? I have another question.
Okay.
I'm not even going to wait for the question segment. Okay. Preface this by saying congratulations.
Okay.
All right. You score, right? Reggie, great touchdown. You go for 2.
Yeah.
Okay, why? And 2, there's a 2-part question. Why? And 2, where was that against Grand Valley?
Yeah. We.
That was a great play.
Yeah.
Side hike.
I actually asked Coach Mack. We call it Mocha. So all of our PAT specialty plays are for whatever reason coffee drinks.
Oh,
so
good.
we've got pumpkin spice latte, we've got
All
mocha,
right.
we've got all these other drinks, and I actually asked him at Grand Valley. I said, "Is mocha there?" He said, "No, it's not." I said, "All right."
Well, there you go. I mean, you at least look for it, right?
Yeah. So we wanted to be aggressive. We came out and scored. We wanted to put on tape. And,
I was going to say, did you want to see it
we
live?
did.
Okay, that's
we wanted to put.
that's
We
kind-
practiced it,
especially early in a game like that. It was probably a chance to break it out and see what it looks like.
Well, we went for 2, and then right off the bat, we tried to, do the little pooch kick, and we're about that
Oh,
close
man,
to
it's
getting
so
that
close.
one too. And again, we wanted to be aggressive. We wanted to go pedal to the metal, and
I'm not. I was just kind of curious because I said Grand
you
Valley.
still bring up Grand Valley.
No, just for the 2-point
unbelievable.
conversion. That was
Uh-huh.
because it was so good. Jim and I are like, this is a side hike.
Yeah, we
You
were
know, that's
back
like
in our days.
schoolyard,
in
this
Baylor
is-
football.
This
at
is what you
Sunset
get
Park
to do,
here
and
in
it's
Pueblo.
yeah, and from our vantage point, we had the perfect angle, and that play was perfect.
Our true freshman Tyler Etheridge, who started for us at left tackle this last game, he's the one who got that thing open. I mean, he was tight to them and then peeled off and kicked out, and TD, our tight end, just scored a TD.
Who had another good
wasn't a
game,
TD,
right?
but
Yeah. I mean,
Now, after it's successful one time, or you attempt to, let's try another one.
Oh well.
Or do you just say,
It-
all right, we got that out of the way.
No, that's not the last time you're going to see that. So
Okay.
I love it.
A little
I just,
foreshadowing.
these are things that go through my mind. So
Yeah, it was
there's not
good.
much up there.
I don't want to encourage Coach Mack too much because he gets on a roll and it just starts getting out of control. I mean, I'm like, all right, Coach Mack, I love the creativity, but let's rein it back in a little bit, okay?
Well, and there was creativity offensively this week, don't you think? You got to run some plays that you haven't run.
Yes, for sure. Every week there's a couple new either adjustments or new plays that we run, that we install, thinking that we have a good shot against their defense, and the ones that we had paid off, and hopefully they continue to pay off.
Now, as a player, do you ever have a chance to go to a coach and say, you know what, why don't we try this? Or is it all just let the coaches decide?
Every once in a while, if
Like a wrinkle, you say, well, what if I saw this in this play?
if I can mention stuff, and they take it, or mention what I thought or what I've done before, But the coaches we have are super smart and they have a reason for everything. So
Well, that's one of the most frustrating things about Chance is he's hard to coach because, he comes off the field and I'm like, why did you throw that? And he's like, well, the corner was down and the safety was over the top. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a good answer.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he call the Grand Valley, Texas?
He did.
Yeah, so you got props on this, and you didn't even know it. Coach he gave you full credit for he said, Coach, let's go Texas, Reggie.
yeah, he believed in me, so it worked out.
He literally said, they're going to take everything away. I'm going to hit Reggie in the back of the end zone, and it wasn't quite in the back, but it was
6
close
points.
enough. It was 6 points.
Yeah, it was
That's
perfect.
right.
Man.
Well, I'm
That's
sure
exactly
as a quarterback, you enjoy all the different weapons you have out there, and it's good to distribute a little bit more because then they can't key on any one guy. Seems like Cook is the guy that gets all the double coverage here this year, it seems like.
Yeah, they're definitely afraid of him. But we have guys all around, and our offensive line doing a great job last week, being able to run the ball. That was huge. It just opens up our passing game. So we just need to continue to do that, run the ball.
Shout out to Coach Guap. There he is right there.
There he is.
Yeah, he's not even paying attention. There he is. Yeah, Coach Guap. There he is. Hey, Coach Guap. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Well,
enjoy.
How about you being a veteran? We'll just call you veteran now instead of just old.
Instead of old.
We'll call you veteran. How about you being a veteran quarterback with all these baby offensive linemen?
I know I feel like they're kids, but they take care of me. I know I love them. I trust them. It doesn't matter how old they are. They got the dog in them, and they're going to get after it every play. So I trust them 100%. The true freshman, who's my left tackle, last game, his first start, my blind side, and there was no trouble there. So he's a good player.
It seems like these linemen, a little different breed. They're kind of a hit first instead of absorb a hit.
They do.
They like to get a punch in it.
They're aggressive, and Coach Graff really gets them going. They take a lot of pride in what they do, and that helps everybody out on the offense. It starts with them. So it's just nice to have those guys, especially when they're rolling, feeling good. It's awesome. They're hard to stop.
Rushed for 600 yards in the last 2 games. Those guys they're doing a really good job, and we're going to continue to rely on those guys up front and let our tailbacks go to work.
Well, any coach will tell you, any quarterback will tell you, your best friend's a running game. I mean, it frees you up to do so much more and to be a little freer with the playbook and, be more in control of tempo. And so, I remember John Elway saying I wasn't a great quarterback till Terrell Davis showed up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was a great quarterback. Now he's extraordinary. So you got to love the running game.
Oh, I love it for sure. It just makes it so much easier, just setting the tone, being able to run the ball, do what you want, get 4 or 5 whenever you need it, get the pads popping. So it's awesome when the run game's going. It just makes everything easier. The safety's got to feel harder. The extra hats have to come from different places, so it just opens up everything on the outside for our receivers.
And it doesn't hurt to have a stable of running backs.
No, it doesn't. We got a bunch of them that can.
Well, this was running back you for a long time. I mean, guys would, and Jim will attest to this. There were some great running backs in the state that wanted to come here, but the running back room was so full of studs. It was like, do you want to play or do you want to try and crack that lineup? That's how good it was. And physically, what you have right now that's a solid room.
It's a great room. Those guys compete every single day, and it's fun to watch them because they know if they're not on their game, we're gonna go with the hot hand, and we're gonna see who wants to play, and they're doing a really good job of making sure that they're. I was happy for Keon. Keon finally got a big long run this last weekend, and he needed that a little bit, and so it was good to see for him, and he's such a great kid, great leader for us and our team, and doesn't say a word, just goes to work.
He gets a long run every play, but it's usually in place. He never stops, so it is a 25-yard run every time out. It just may not get 25 yards.
Well, then he saved face, Phil. I'm sure you guys had it all loaded up if he gets tackled at the 1.
He made
it in. That guy was chasing. It was quite the foot race with the safety or the cornerback, whoever tried to get the angle on him. And, man, he's able to stretch it in there.
If it was another 5 yards, I don't know if he was
going to get that. Exactly.
Zach Rakowski actually sprung him on that, our receiver. And so Keon makes a great move on the safety. Safety's grabbing air, and he starts going. And then you see little Zach's feet catching up. And he gives that that corner just enough to slow him down that allowed Keon to take it the whole way.
All right, Phil Vigil Show. We are here at ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. We are brought to you by Rustler Implements. We'll tell you all about them when we come back. It is Pint Night. We'll tell you all about that. We've got questions and answers coming up. I've got a few of them lined up here. 719-671-7574. 719-671-7574. You know, we gave out the number last week, and somebody texted us during the ball game from London.
We got called cheeky wankers from London. And I told Jim, I said, and he's reading that, and he goes, you're a couple of cheeky wankers. And I go, I don't think that's a compliment.
I don't
sure
know, but it doesn't sound good.
It sounds British, so. And it's kind of underboard. I see some of our people laughing.
Yeah,
they get the implication there.
I took it as a compliment.
Well, we are cheeky.
It may not be.
All right, and your mom's here.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, when my mom's in the house, Chance. So I got to be good.
All right, question and answer. When we come back, you can tweet Joe or text me, 719-671-7574. ThunderZone Pizza Tap House, Phil Vigil Show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
It's the CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves Coaches Show on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head over to ThunderZone Pizza and Tap with your hosts Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi, joined by Thunderwolves head coach Philip Vigil.
And welcome back, ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. It is the Phil Vigil Show. Brought to you by Rustler Implements. They're in Pueblo and Rocky Ford. They're your local premier Kubota Case International Harvester and New Holland dealer. Please like their Facebook page for a chance to win 2 $100 Visa gift cards and receive updates and info on all their promotions. Same name, same family since 1960. It's also a great Divide Pint Night here at ThunderZone. 4 different beers, $3 and $4. We got a Mexican lager, we got a pumpkin stout, a salted caramel stout, and a raspberry ale. Good stuff. What are you going to go with, Joe?
Standard H2O for Pueblo water. Best water you'll ever drink.
One of these beers after the show. Come on now.
You know, I like a raspberry. I don't know if I could do salted caramel beer. That might just kind of ruin my taste buds. But you never know. You know, last week they brought us samples.
Yes, it was good.
We didn't get samples this week.
We could use a sample.
So, are you a farmer?
I'm not a farmer, no.
So the Rustler's Implements probably doesn't do much for you. You don't need implements for. Now you're from
I
Texas.
don't.
What part
Yes,
of Texas?
Sir. Arlington, Texas.
So big city boy.
Big
then.
city, yes,
okay.
sir.
Your high school, big high school.
Yeah, 6A.
Okay. Did you ever play in the house that Jerry built?
I got to play there twice. Once in a playoff game and once as a regular season game.
Okay.
Yeah, I dropped a snap. I was the holder. My junior year, all I did was hold, and I fumbled a snap, and they replayed it on the big screen probably about 30 times of me just dropping the snap. So I won't forget that.
Yeah, that's.
Well, Jim and I sat in Jerry's box for a while. We went down to CSU Pueblo, played Angelo State in like a Texas. It was like 3 days of football in that stadium. It was 1A, 2A, 3A, or Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. Ours was on a Thursday night.
We played
Friday night.
We played Saturday.
No, was it?
Yeah.
But it was, we got to walk around the stadium like we owned it, and we're sitting in Jerry's box going, oh, I can get used to this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that place is nice.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Well, you get that giant screen. It's like the biggest TV.
And you know,
in the
every
world
punter's trying to hit it. They say they're not, but they're trying.
Yes.
They're
exactly
trying.
Right. All right, we got questions. This is for both the coach and for Chance. What is your favorite all-time football movie? All-time favorite football
Friday
movie?
night. No.
I'm going to go Remember the Titans, probably.
Okay.
There you go. That's a good one.
It's my girlfriend's favorite movie, too. Everybody called me Sunshine at Fort Hays, so I kind of just fell into it, and it's a great movie.
See, I figured you would be Friday Night Lights, Texas high school football, but okay. I like that. That's a good answer, though.
Phil, what's yours?
Yeah, I got to go Remember the Titans. It's such a great movie. It's one that you can sit down and watch with your kids. You know, I mean, it's fantastic.
You didn't like the one with Al Pacino?
No.
Any Given Sunday.
There you go.
What was your favorite football movie?
Brian's song.
And you guys are probably too young to see that one.
I've not seen it.
It's about Gale Sayers and Brian Piccolo, and Brian Piccolo is James Caan, so from pre-Godfather. But that's a good one. Did you cry?
What about the program? You guys ever watch the program?
I did. I like the program. That kind of hits home if you're a kid that's putting all your eggs in a basket and you blow out your knee and you're sitting on a porch.
I bet a lot of. Have you ever seen the program?
Don't show it to your team.
I'm not sure. I know I've seen like their play. I get them all confused.
You know, my favorite football movie, hate the school, love the movie, was Rudy. You know, because it's a true story. I like the true story game. You
What
know,
about Invincible?
Another great one. Another great one. But that's a good question. I like that question.
That's a it takes the pressure off.
The question only wanted to know what your two guys' favorite movie was, but Jim and I shared ours too. Hope you don't mind.
Jim, what was yours?
Brian's song.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
That's all right. Old school.
You should, that would be a good movie to show the team. Chicago Bears, we're playing tonight.
The Bears
Gales Terriers was a great.
They were up 7-0. They're probably up another one. Probably they were driving anyway.
Shout out to the Bears for giving the Broncos their first win.
Yeah.
The Bears.
I got a question for him, Jim.
Okay, let's go.
In the past, the Adams State has always been the rivalry game. Guys decorate their helmets in green. Green's not allowed, and scout team always comes up with something. Is that something you've carried on?
Yeah, you could say that. Okay.
Would you like to expound on that?
Sure. Okay, so yesterday, made a phone call to a legendary coach here in Pueblo, Colorado, John Riston. I said, Coach Riston, we need you tomorrow morning for practice. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, I think it'd mean a lot to the boys if you come out with your okay, so Coach Riston for a long time, I don't know if you guys know this or not, okay, but he has this pole that he's been sharpening into a spear for I don't know how many years. So I said, hey, I need you this morning. And so he came out this morning dressed in a hunting outfit, hat on, face painted, a wood spear, and a knife, and he was just, the whole time we were at practice, just sharpening that spear. He said, we're going to kill the Bears. We're going to kill the Bears. And so the guys loved it. It was great having him out there. And yeah, so he made a reference to the movie The Edge.
Sure.
I don't know if you've ever seen that one. It's a great movie about a grizzly bear that's a manhunter, and they end up slaying the grizzly, and he said, what one man can do, another can do. And he had the whole team chant that, and it was awesome.
Well, true story, the first year that I covered CSU Pueblo back in 2008, I went to CSU in Fort Collins. That's my alma mater. So all my swag
is green.
Yeah. And I wear it. I don't think about it. My golf shirts, all my pullovers were all green. So one day I come out in a CSU Rams thing, and the whole place just stops. And you got to understand, all these guys either coached at or played at Colorado. Donnell, Dusty Sprague, Simon, Risky.
No red.
And I'm like, they stopped practice and made me leave and take it off.
That's awesome.
And I haven't worn green to the Thunderbolt since.
You got PTSD from it.
Man.
More than you'll ever know. I covered Riston from 2007 till I talked to him yesterday. Every time his number comes up, I still get PTSD.
Well, there's always those stories about him stopping staff meetings on the campus, somebody wearing green.
Yeah, you didn't wear green.
Some faculty member. Hey! What? Sorry.
Guy teaching physics. What are you talking about?
Well, that question kind of, I was going to see if we were had any of the green stuff. I got one other question here.
Did you have any more, or is that?
I'm going to go find it here. I got to find it here. I already forgot it. It was so inspiring.
It was, well.
You got one? You go for one. I'll go find mine here. I can't believe the Ozarks haven't checked in.
No, the other question I had.
Where's Uncle Charlie at?
Yeah.
Where's Uncle Charlie this week, Rock's mom and dad?
We kind of brought it up on the air Saturday, and this doesn't concern you because you're done eligibility-wise. But, you get that 3 games to play, guys. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of guys saw first action this week. Are you hoping guys play themselves on to where it's not an option, or are you just wanting to get tape on guys in case, or is it kind of a combination?
Well, I mean, obviously, ideally, you would love to redshirt everyone. I think on Saturday we played 22 freshmen.
Yeah.
Ideally, you'd love to redshirt all of them. That's not going to be the case for some. It is what it is. But most of them, we would like to redshirt and hold off and play sparingly and do some of those things to preserve their red shirt, but then also give them game experience, give them something to work towards. And the thing that we're having the biggest issue with is, we've got such a big team. We've got so many freshmen, and we've got so few jersey numbers. I'm sorry. I just want to apologize right now to all of you guys, U3 for the mix around on jerseys every single week. So I apologize.
Well, guys that we thought were done for the season are scoring touchdowns. You get a touchdown. You got a torn ACL, you get a touchdown.
Oh man, I don't mind.
No,
I just do my thing.
I just
they come in, you just make the changes.
We just kind of wondered. We kind of wondered if that is it's a good rule. It's a good rule to have now.
Oh, it's
but
great.
It could also be a detriment because the guy you're like, how are we going to keep this guy off the field?
Best player plays.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it don't matter if you're a senior or a freshman. The best player is going to play, and that's what we tell these kids when we recruit them. You know, we don't tell them that they're going to start, they're going to do any of that. It's the best player is going to play, and it's very similar to what Howard was saying last week.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, that's exactly what I told him, and you know, he played the first game, didn't play the next 2 games, and just challenge him on it's not about ability. If it's about ability, if it's about ability, it's a different story. It's about, can I trust you? I trust you to do your job? And he's proved that. Obviously, the last 2 weeks he's done a great job, but that's what it's about. It don't matter if you're a freshman or senior, the best player is going to play. And the luxury is that, you know, how I don't know if you can express how valuable it is to a kid that you are going to redshirt that can get game experience and see what the speed of the game is like, and wake up on Sunday morning feeling a little bit sore, and so we're trying to get as many of those guys that we can into the games and in games like that, because, you know, why not?
Well, and in a game like that, you get young kids in there, they're hungry, but they might experience some success too.
Absolutely.
You know, so you give them a little
Shane
confidence.
Shane Young last weekend,
again.
You know, true freshman from California, and he came in, did a great job, had his first touchdown on Saturday, made a great catch. I was a little upset with Coach Brown on that one. I'm not going to lie. Because
he threw the ball late?
Yes. He's like, it's 3rd and 8, what am I supposed to do? I was like, we've averaged 10 yards a carry. Run the ball. But I was happy for Shane.
And it was a well-thrown ball. You know.
Damn it, that was good. Oh, you went. All right.
That's how you get a 3-pointer. Not that. Oh, yeah, good shot.
All right. Phil Vigil Show. We got one more segment to go. We'll talk about Adams State. That all comes your way next. We're at ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Let's head over to ThunderZone Pizza and Tap with your hosts Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi, joined by Thunderwolves head coach Philip Vigil.
And welcome back, ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House, Phil Vigil Show. It's brought to you by Rustler Implements. They're in Pueblo and Rocky Ford. They're your local premier Kubota, Case International Harvester, and New Holland dealer. Please like their Facebook page for a chance to win 2 $100 Visa gift cards and receive updates on all their promotions. Same name, same family since 1960. It is Great Divide Pint Night here tonight. 4 different beers. We got a Mexican lager, pumpkin stout, salted caramel stout, and a raspberry ale. $3 and $4 all night long. Chance Fuller of our guest tonight. Chance, who are your guests there?
It's my girlfriend and my grandma.
Nice.
My grandma just got here from Texas. It was her 77th birthday.
All right.
I think on
All
Tuesday.
right. Happy birthday, Grandma.
Happy
right.
birthday.
Mimi.
You know,
happy
get her
birthday.
a pumpkin stout
Yeah.
right now. Make it 2 and a shot of Fireball or something. Let's get her really tuned
77,
up.
whatever they drink.
Yeah, all right. There we
You
go.
know what they can drink? Whatever they want.
That's right. Exactly. They can do whatever they want. All right, Phil. We got Adams State. We got about 4 or 5 minutes left in our show here tonight. Let's talk about Adams State. What problems do they bring to the table for the Thunderwolves to overcome?
Well, they're playing good football right now. You know, 2019 was the last year that they won 3 games, and they've already won 3 and 5. And so they're 3 and 2 right now. They're doing a really good job on offense. They've got a true freshman. They actually last week, number 6 has been in for about 2 weeks now, and he got hurt somehow. I don't know what happened, but he didn't play at all against Highlands. And then they had another true freshman that started for them last week, and so they've been playing with the true freshman quarterback for the last 4 weeks. Their starter got hurt week 1. Their backup came in the game, and he got hurt on his very first drive. And so they're playing good football right now offensively. Defensively, they're going to give you a lot of different fronts. Number 22, their safety, is a very, very good football player. I think he's number 2 in the country right now in tackles. And so they're playing confident. Coach Harrison has done a good job of getting those guys rolling this week. So,
What do you see on film? How much film do you watch as a veteran quarterback?
I try to watch a good amount, try to get a good feel of what they're trying to do and how they play it, and any little keys that I can give myself, whether if this guy's inside leverage, then they'll be in this coverage, or if he's got this stance, they'll be in this coverage. But just trying to get a good feel of what to expect, so nothing is too shocking when the bullets are flying. But I think Coach Brown does a good job preparing us. The scout team, they give us a good look every week. Sometimes you get angry at them because they're just going so hard and they're playing so well, but they do a great job for us, and they've gotten us a good look this week. They do a lot of different stuff, but I think if we play our game, we should be fine.
Well, I noticed that the scout team player of the week, I noticed you've instituted that award. Maybe John had it before in the past, but I've just noticed it this year that you guys they're trying to keep the other guys involved that are trying to make their way up in the program.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone has a role, and everyone's role is important. It's not everybody gets to be the starting quarterback, but everybody's role is super crucial to our success. And Chance even came up to me today and said, man, that scout team, sometimes they play it better than the opponents, and they take their job serious, and they do the best that they can, and they make it hard on us. One
of the best cornerbacks that we've ever seen play here, Darius Williams, he when he was a true freshman, he prided himself on being the best scout team they've ever had here. And, he ended up playing in the Canadian Football League. So the guy was pretty good, but as a true freshman, it's nice when your scout team takes pride in giving good looks and playing hard.
No doubt.
Is it hard to motivate them to do that?
No, because we got a team full of competitors. They want to compete. They don't care what they're competing in. If they can compete, on scout team, that's what they're going to do. If they can compete in the game, that's what they're going to do. But they all want to compete.
All right, I'm sure you'd like to have another fast start like we had this week with a touchdown
Absolutely.
right away, and that seems like when the Thunderbolts have a fast start, good things happen.
No doubt. We again, I think last week was the first week that we were able to put a full game together, offense, defense, special teams, and that was in part to guys doing their jobs. And when guys do their jobs, good things happen. And so that's, again, going into this week, it's about the pack. It's about the pack doing their job and doing it at a high level and doing it for each other.
Plus, you got Ryan Jansen coming in. I'm sure
go.
the team is excited to see him come in.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to see him again. And he's going to talk to the team on Saturday morning before the game. Awesome. And so it's going to be a good deal. I'm excited for him to get inducted into the Hall of Fame and tomorrow night, actually. And so he's a great guy.
All right.
We'll be there.
We will. We will be at the Hall of Fame. We'll be at the ball game. The game is 2 o'clock on Saturday at the Thunder Bowl. We'll have the pregame show for you here on Fox Sports Pueblo at 1:30. Joe and I will be there for the call, and we'll also get to talk with Ryan as well in the third quarter, as well as Mike Friedman.
And Coach Friedman might come up to the booth, so that'd be a treat.
Quarter.
That's Jim's era.
So we're looking forward to that. That was one of my gigs on the campus radio station.
That's right.
Talking to Mike each week, so that was kind of cool. All right, that's going to wrap up our show tonight. We want to thank all of our sponsors, of course, Rustler Implements out there in Pueblo and Rocky Ford, the premier sponsor here of the Phil V. Hill Show. Of course, everybody here at ThunderZone Pizza and Tap, as well as the Great Divide for doing the pint night tonight. We thank them. Ben Greenberg, Sports Information Director here at CSU Pueblo. Paul Plinsky was in the house tonight as well. We thank all of our fans that have come out to enjoy the show as well. For the head coach, Phil Vigil, for our special guest tonight, Chance Fuller, for my partner, Joe Cervi, our producer and engineer tonight, Aaron Kinnischtzke started off, and then, of course, Benny Bash finished it off here at the end. My name is Jim Brooks. We'll talk to you on Saturday afternoon. Good night, everybody.